The following broadcast is a copyrighted production of 412 Communications. Any non-personal retransmission of this broadcast without the express written consent of 412 Communications is hereby prohibited.
Hi friends, a most pleasant good evening to you, wherever you may be. Welcome inside Fred Rust Arena. Welcome into Delaware Hockey Network coverage of University of Delaware Men's Division I ACHA Blue Hens hockey. As the Hens, a day late, but hopefully not a dollar short, kick off a two-game weekend set against the Rhode Island Rams, and we're coming at you live from Fred Rust Arena. Hi to you all, James Witherite joining you from the 412 Communications press box atop the stands at Fred Rust Arena. Of course, snow blanketed the Mid-Atlantic yesterday, forcing a cancellation. Not so much a cancellation, but a postponement of Friday's game. That game will take place Sunday at 4:30 p.m. in the tight confines of Gold Arena. But the Hens looking to continue their six-game point streak, taking on Rhode Island for the third of four times this season, coming up in just a few minutes. As you see, the 412 Communications press box also serving as a hallway for passersby from one side of the stands here at Fred Rust Arena to the other. Good crowd on hand for the first half of this rare Saturday-Sunday two-game set in Blue Hen Country. We're going to head right into the Limestone Pension Associates lineup cards tonight, starting as we do with the Blue Hens. They've earned points in 6 straight games since they've last faced off against Rhode Island. They've gone 5-0-1. A lot of that thanks to goaltender Jacob Snellenberg, who comes into this weekend 7-2-1 on the year with a 175 goals against average and a save percentage of .934. Jay Luce out of the lineup tonight after being disqualified from Saturday's game against Stony Brook. That being said, we see Jack Keller slotting back in as the 7th D-man for Delaware. The big guns Riley Donor and Ivan Sidoriak will handle starting duties. Between them, they've got 25 points on the year and a high-powered high-flying trio of forwards to get things going. Justin Guelph, Ryan Rodriguez, and Tanner Mahoney. The two sophomores and the juniors so far have combined for 51 points on the year. On the other side of the card, Joe Augustine's Rhode Island Rams swept Delaware in the Ocean State November 10 and 11. Since that time, they have gone 6-4-1. And currently stand at 13-10-1 in ACHA Men's Division I play this year. Hometown kid Tim Crane will start on defense alongside Jonathan Shaw, Zachary Bell, Jake McKinnon, Shane Mulhern. Starting forwards, Mulhern with 9 goals, 17 assists. Bell, 11 and 12. McKinnon, 8 and 10. Bell, the leading scorer for the Rams with 23 points on the season. 11 goals total. Points honors goes to Shane Mulhern, whose 9 goals plus 17 assists give him 26 on the season. Curtis Briggs, he was mighty tough for the Rams all last season. He gets the call in net here this evening. He's 8-7-1 on the year with a .265 goals against average and a save percentage of .924. We're going to take a timeout here on the Delaware Hockey Network. When we come back, it'll be go time for the Rams and the Blue Hens in their third of 4 meetings this season. We're live on the Delaware Hockey Network on the 412, and it's all brought to you by the Law Office of Long and Greenberg.
Recovery from an on-the-job injury or car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the Law Office of Long and Greenberg can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the Law Office of Long and Greenberg at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Elegant. Luxurious. One of a kind. Since 1895, the Dubé name has embodied these very qualities. Make the 4-generation Dubé family tradition of fine custom jewelry your own, only at Carl Dubé Jewelers on Concord Pike in Wilmington. In Delaware for diamonds, it's Dubé.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Welcome back inside Fred Rust Arena. Welcome back to the Delaware Hockey Network as the Delaware Blue Hens continue their 6-game homestand with the first of 2 meetings against the Rhode Island Rams. And without further ado, we're going to take you inside the glass for the Limestone Pension Associates starting lineups. Hockey fans, good evening, and welcome to Fred Rust Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware. Tonight, the American Collegiate Hockey Association and the Eastern States Collegiate Hockey League present a men's Division I regular season matchup, the third of 4 this year, between the visiting University of Rhode Island Rams and your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups. For the Rhode Island Rams, coached by the venerable Joe Augustine. Starting in goal, number 30, Curtis Briggs. On defense, number 2, Tim Crane. And number 17, Jonathan Shaw. Starting at left wing, number 11, Shane Mulhern. At right wing, number 4, Zachary Bell. And starting at center, number 9, Jake McKinnon. It's that time, Blue Hen Nation. Let's meet the starting 6 for your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Starting in goal, a sophomore from Meadowbrook, Pennsylvania, number 35, Jacob Snellenberg. At left wing, a junior from Kenilworth, New Jersey, number 22, Ryan Rodriguez. At right wing, a sophomore from Kendall Park, New Jersey, the Storm, number 21, Justin Guelph. Starting at center, a sophomore from Venetia, Pennsylvania, number 36, Tanner Mahoney. On defense, a senior from Hershey, Pennsylvania, number 18, Riley Donor. And a senior from Wilmington, Delaware, your captain, number 20, Ivan Sidoriak. Your Blue Hens are coached by Todd Middlemeyer and Jason Bange, assisted by student manager Anthony Mazzio. The on-ice officials for this evening's game, as appointed by the American Collegiate Hockey Association, are referees Rob Savastano and Joe Tagle, and linesmen Patrick Schubert and Steve Cannon. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please direct your attention to the American flag located directly above center ice as we honor the United States of America and those who defend this nation with the Star-Spangled Banner. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Set for a Saturday night of college hockey in the first state. Delaware 10-6-2 this year under the leadership of head coach Todd Mittelmeyer, making their final preparations. They're clad in their home white sweaters here at Fred Rust Arena, moving left to right, backstop by Jacob Snellenberg. Rhode Island in their double blue. Classic look for the Rams, moving right to left, backstopped by Curtis Briggs. Set to go for the opening drop. From Fred Rust Arena, Jake McKinnon, joined by Tanner Mahoney, and they're off. Opening draw controlled by Rhode Island, but Shane Mulhern's under heavy forechecking pressure from Sidoriak, who nearly forced the turnover up the far side. Mulhern gets the puck back, fires it across ice. This is walked up the far wall by Zachary Bell. First shot of the game comes from distance, paddled away easily by Jacob Snellenberg. Here's Guelph on a quick counterattack for Delaware. Stood up at the top of the near circle by Jonathan Shaw. Driven into the near corner. Guelph pitchforks away to try to protect possession of the puck. It's played up the near side and now cleared by McKinnon. Give and go. McKinnon split the wickets. He walks in and he scores. 42 seconds in. Jake McKinnon lights the lamp on the first shot of the game for the second shot of the game for the Rhode Island Rams. Here it starts in their zone. As we see on the Delaware Sports Medicine instant replay, it took all of 42 seconds for McKinnon to get his 9th of the year. And the Rams only 42 seconds in. Take the early lead. Bell and Shaw get the assists on the Rhode Island goal. And the Hens struggling to gain momentum despite keeping the puck in the Rhode Island zone off the subsequent draw. Rhode Island goal, his 9th of the season, scored by number 9, Jake McKinnon. Assisted by number 4, Zachary Bell, and number 17, Jonathan Shaw. Time of the goal, 42 seconds in the first period. McKinnon's 9th from Bell and Shaw at 42 seconds. Snellenberg with the save here. Already 2 A-grade chances from URI. And the faceoff comes to Snellenberg's right. 1:55 into the game. Riccitelli across from Infanger at the near circle. Infanger wins the draw. Heightshouse comes marching up the right wing boards. He plays the puck behind the net, chases it down. Centering pass, squeaks past Infanger, bounces off the near boards where Corey Szabo works it back to center. And now Louis Ruel off a failed cross-ice pass in the neutral zone comes barreling back into Rhode Island territory. Crane in the near corner. Rather, that was Corey Szabo who couldn't maintain control of the puck and work it clear. This rolls up the far side. Engelson switches to his forehand, lofts the puck back as far as the Delaware blue line, where Sidoriak bats it back into neutral ice. Infanger gains red before dumping in. No, he doesn't. This is called an icing. It looked from here that Alex Infanger had the red line. But linesman Steve Cannon says otherwise. So the draw comes to Snellenberg's left. Rhode Island taking advantage of the fresh legs. Gets Ryan Godfrey, fourth line center, in for the draw. The Hens, meanwhile, forced to change piecemeal as Ryan Rodriguez off the Guelph headman pass drives back into Rhode Island territory. 3 shots on goal this game, all belonging to URI. Guelph to Eric Mark, working the right point. He bobbles the puck but maintains the zone. Under pressure from Fagan, he caroms the puck into the far corner where Tanner Mahoney is surrounded by a pair of blue sweaters. Walking in is Guelph, looking for the shot. He gets one away. Briggs up with the easy save. Rebound contested in low. This now controlled by Rodriguez, but he can't find Guelph on the doorstep. This taken away by Shaw and pushed back beyond center by Cudd, but recovered by Straubinger for Delaware at his own line. Guelph stick handles, waiting for a pair of fresh blue Hens to join. Centering pass from Guido is good. Hens have tied it up. Dominic Guido sets up Ryan Rodriguez on the welcome mat to beat Briggs. We've got a barn burner in the works, friends. Ryan Rodriguez finishing for what stands as his 7th goal of the year. Has tied it all up. We're 1-1, and we're not even 4 minutes in, friends. Seventh of the year for the one they call Roy. We're all knotted up. Oh, Delaware goal! His 7th of the season. Scored by number 22, Ryan Rodriguez. Assisted by number 38, Dominic Guido. And number 12, Shane Straubinger. Time of the goal, 3 minutes, 38 seconds in the first period. Rodriguez is 7th from Guido and Straubinger at 3:38. So a 1-1 game. Delayed penalty against Rhode Island as Snellenberg cuts to the bench in favor of the extra attacker. We'll get the Carl Dubé power play graphic ready to go. And a cross-check signaled by Rob Savastano with 15:13 to go in the first period. Let's us show off our new penalty graphic. And sends Delaware to the Carl Dubé power play for the first time tonight. Go on the advantage with Carl Dubé Jewelers on Concord Pike in Wilmington when looking for the perfect something special for your someone special. In Delaware, 4 diamonds. It's Dubé. Rhode Island penalty assessed to number 27, Ethan Cordero. 2 minutes for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 4 minutes, 47 seconds in the first period. Cordero, 2 for cross-checking at 4:47. Puck out of play. Gave us the restart. Here a shot from center point. Tipped in close, caught and held by Briggs. That was fired in by Donor at the right point, or at center point, I should say. The net front tip not going to the Hens' favor. So Tanner Mahoney in for the attacking zone draw to the right of URI netminder Curtis Briggs, who's 2 for 3 in the save department. Rodriguez working the left half wall. Guelph is up high, Mahoney in front. Centering pass from Meckel. Pinballs through net front traffic, protected by Guelph. Donor. Guelph again. Cross slot feed to Meckel. He tried to set up Mahoney on the doorstep, but he couldn't get stick on puck right in close. So Mahoney swarmed in the corner. Covering was Briggs for the pause after Ronan Judge's defensive pressure nearly forced the turnover. With 14:16 to go in the opening period, the stoppage from Briggs sets up a face-off now to his left. Second power play wave in for Delaware. Across from Jake McKinnon, it was Chance DeBolt taking the draw for the Blue Hens. Sidoriak across the line to Guido, opening fire in traffic. Looked like Briggs got a piece of that one. Again, it comes to Guido, working the left half wall. Doshin up high to Sidoriak. Across the line, Tommy Tracy, product of Team Maryland, let one rip from distance. It was blocked in close. Tim Crane holding court net front. DeBolt again to Sidoriak. Back to DeBolt, trying to cover both of those Delaware attackers is McKinnon. Doshin takes a cross-check behind the net from Shaw. Play continues unabated, says Savastano. 23 seconds to go on this Delaware power play. Tracy unwinds from the top of the right circle, just missed the far post, and this puck is cleared by the Rams. 10 seconds to go on the cross-checking minor to Ethan Cordero. This is left back to Berg. Outlet pass finds Dominic Guido, who accelerates up the right wing boards. Drop pass, sailed past Tracy, was protected by Berg. Briggs with 1-2 rapid fire saves. And he holds the second one for the pause. Here it comes on the Delaware Sports Medicine instant replay. Up the right wall was Guido. First shot from Berg. Follow-up chance on the doorstep. Denied by Curtis Briggs just the same. 13:06 to go in the opening period. Another stop from Briggs off the draw. Whether you've been injured on the job or in a car accident, a trusted and caring representative to help you through the complex world of workers' compensation and personal injury is just what you need. The Law Office of Long and Greenberg will guide you through every step of the process, from filing your claim to representing you in hearings and appeals. To schedule a free consultation, call the Law Office of Long and Greenberg at 302-466-LONG or visit injuryde.com. Puck out of play on the Rhode Island counterattack. Gives us a neutral zone face-off. With 12 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the opening period of a 1-1 hockey game, Delaware is starting to turn on the momentum in these last few minutes. Pelting Curtis Briggs with vulcanized rubber from all angles, but Briggs coming up with every answer so far except the one at 3:38, which went the way of Ryan Rodriguez, that giving Delaware the equalizer after Jake McKinnon's first goal of the game, which was at 42 seconds in the first period. So Briggs doing some heavy lifting for Rhode Island. And here Rodriguez again. Bulldozing through traffic, drop past Daniel Berg, got one away. Briggs directs that to the far corner. Holding the point was Mahoney. This drop back to Guelph, shot off the back wall. Ricochets hard to the far side, picked up by Alex Cudd for Rhode Island. He was outnumbered at center red, so he flips the puck the rest of the way in, and that enables the Rams to change up, and Tanner Mahoney comes barreling back the other way. Headman to Doshin. Drop pass to Mahoney, didn't connect. This taken away by Zachary Bell. 2-on-3, now a 3-on-3 for Rhode Island. Bell kept just inside the line, got a long shot through traffic. Snellenberg made the initial save. Mahoney couldn't walk the puck clear off the rebound. Rodriguez waits, flips this puck beyond center. It is brought down by Shaw at the Rhode Island blue line. Bell waits. He plays the carom shot in behind the goal. Looked like Will Gould got a piece of it for the Blue Hens. Jack Keller had time and space to respond, and this puck skitters back into neutral territory. Walked in by Tommy Tracy up the left wing boards. Play onside, said linesman Patrick Schubert. Tracy cycles to Gould in the near corner. Will Gould waiting behind the net. He's double-teamed. He flips the puck to Doshin at the near half-boards. Back beyond Gould's reach, this goes below the cage and rolling to the far corner where Keller bats it back the other way. Damon Valente has time and space to recover for Rhode Island. He clears, and Tracy has all the room in the world to regain the puck for Delaware off that long clear. Doshin with a long shot from 35 feet. This blockered away by Briggs to the far side. Back out to center it goes as we near the halfway point of the opening period of a 1-1 hockey game from Fred Rust Arena. There's no icing here. And Ethan Cordero takes a check from Cody Diaz, separating him from the puck right at the Rhode Island blue line. Keeping the play alive was Canizet with a long shot, which was off its intended line. And Donor pushes play back to center for the Blue Hens before retreating to his own line. Canizet again leads the rush for Rhode Island. He's pinched to the far corner. He dodges a Sidoriak hip check directly below the goal. Lost control of the puck, though. And Dominic Guido picks up the vulcanized rubber and walks back in the other way for the Hens. Drop pass to Diaz. Sidoriak protecting the point. Gives way this time to Cordero. He lofts the puck up ice near side. It slows just before the Delaware goal line, so no icing. And Cody Diaz leaves this to Donor. Play action behind the net to DeBolt. Here the forechecking Jets come in the form of Riccitelli. And also for Rhode Island, Szabo wreaking havoc in the near corner, but the Hens persevere. Sidoriak heads off. Diaz flips the puck toward Infanger in the far corner. And Delaware changes up. Beyond halfway through the first of a 1-1 game. Straubinger corrals a loose puck in front of the Delaware goal. It was thrown in from high in the Blue Hen zone. Straubinger waits. Infanger couldn't handle the breakout pass. Louis Ruel scraps for the puck at the center stripe, pushing it past the reach of Szabo, but Lacazzi recovers for Rhode Island. This is cleared through traffic, brought down by Eric Mark just inside his line, chipped off the near glass. Mahoney pursues. Ronan Judge protects. Judge to Lacazzi, up the left wing boards to Szabo. He finds Riccitelli accelerating up the center. A poke check from Shane Straubinger takes away his momentum in the mid-slot. Back at center, Dennis Engelson rifles the puck back into the Delaware end. Dump and change for the Rams. Forechecking pressure comes from Fagan on Straubinger, but he completes the breakout pass to Mahoney. Mark shovels this off his backhand to Rodriguez, who comes in from the near side. Cross-ice pass, Guelph with a hard shot. Ricocheted off the backboards. Briggs aggressively played the angle. He left a lot of net wide open, but there was nobody in position for Delaware to handle the rebound off the back wall. 12 minutes into the first period of a 1-1 game. Shots 9-4 in favor of the Blue Hens. And Will Gould corrals the puck in the near corner after Tim Crane, who played some of his high school days at Salesianum, launched the puck in from the right point. Speaking of Tim Crane, there he is again, stick handling, but giving way to Rodriguez. With Guelph offside, Rodriguez had to keep play in the neutral zone. Keller at center, off the feed from Tracy. Fires the carom shot behind the net, overskated by Guelph in the far corner. Bell gains control for Rhode Island. He plays this up the far side. Stepping up, Sidoriak turned on the pressure on McKinnon. Shaw the other way. Launches the puck in from distance. It's waffle-boarded high into the near corner by Snellenberg. Held in by Shaw off the failed Delaware clear. McKinnon rolls this behind the net to Bell. Off the far boards to Forant. Shaw takes aim from distance. Holding for the pause is Jacob Snellenberg with 6 minutes and 48 seconds to go in the opening period of a 1-1 game from Fred Rust Arena. Planning for retirement doesn't just happen overnight. For 35 years, Limestone Pension Associates has helped small businesses craft and administer pension plans for their workforces. Learn more at limestonepension.net. Steve Cannon drops the puck. Play resumes. Rhode Island holds the zone. Foran's shot from the left point was well wide off the backboards. The other 20, Ivan Sidoriak. Works the puck up the near side beyond the reach of Diaz. DeBolt tries to push it back into Rhode Island territory and does, but cedes possession. Diaz pursuing Bell at the far wall. Couldn't knock him off his balance. Bell found McKinnon, but gave it away just after gaining the Delaware line. Rams change with 6 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the first period of this 1-1 game from Fred Rust Arena. Chance to Bolt. Gets the 10th Delaware shot away. It's held on to by Briggs for a pause in action. Diaz down for the draw. Judge controlled for Rhode Island, but the Rams could not clear the zone. Straubinger took the puck away from Cordero, flips it off the near corner. A two-a-side scrum develops for the puck. Diaz played the body on Cordero, but Tetreault keeps the Rams' counterattack alive. He gains center and then some before driving the puck into the Delaware end. Long shot. Well off its target. Bounces off the near corner boards. Diaz could not clear it out. Snellenberg falls on the puck to force the stoppage with 5 minutes and 32 seconds to go in the opening period of what stands a 1-1 game. Make a truly all-American meal the centerpiece of your next team event or special occasion. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in nearby Claymont, Delaware can cater your next group event, offering pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken on a daily basis, along with a variety of sauces and sides sure to please any appetite. Visit Sid's at Suite C26 in the Tri-State Industrial Center on Ridge Road in Claymont, open Monday through Saturday, or to place a catering order, visit sidsbbqandjerky.com. You'll be the first star of your next gathering. 5:15 to go in opening period play of a 1-1 hockey game. Delaware, after surrendering a goal 42 seconds in, came back with Ryan Rodriguez connecting off the Dominic Guido centering pass. But since that 3:38 mark, the Blue Hens and Rams both have been scoreless. This a goalie matchup, as expected. Curtis Briggs and Jacob Snellenberg, both something dialed in the past few weeks. Guelph stripped of the puck by Crane. Ruel protects for the Hens before hustling off. And now Rodriguez will join Guelph and Mahoney, with Gould and Keller holding the blue line. 4.5 to go in the opening period. Mahoney offers forechecking pressure to Jonathan Shaw. This is cleared up the far side, brought back in by Guelph. Mahoney pressured in the near corner by Crane. Sets up Sidoriak, a long shot from the right point. Turned aside by Briggs to the far corner, and this is cleared. Sidoriak recovers at center. He walks in, solid 200-foot player with a drop pass to Tanner Mahoney, who's steered behind the cage by Godfrey. Mahoney takes a hip check in the far corner. He's got help in the form of Luke Doshin. Inside 4 to go in the opening period. Doshin tried to get a shot away, cutting through the train tracks, but it was blocked as soon as he got rid of it by Shaw. Donor puts on the brakes in the near corner, around the horn. Rodriguez to Sidoriak's center point. Joining the rush is Tracy. He's steered by Crane to the far corner. Tracy stick handles, cycles, centering pass. The Rodriguez shot was off its target. Donor holds the zone. He opens fire from distance. Tim Crane lost his stick. He tried to kick the puck out of harm's way. Jonathan Shaw stick handles through traffic, but is stripped of the puck by Tracy right at the blue line. Tracy holding the zone. And the Hens are going to go on the Carl Dubé power play again with 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the opening period. Cross check on Shaw. With 3.25 to go. And the Blue Hens are on their second Carl Dubé power play of the night. Go on the advantage with Carl Dubé Jewelers. When looking for the perfect something special for your someone special in Delaware for diamonds, it's Dubé. Rhode Island penalty assessed to number 17, Jonathan Shaw. 2 minutes for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 16 minutes, 45 seconds. In the first period, Shaw, 2 for cross-checking at 16:45. Draw to Briggs' right. If you're a goalie, this is a good game to attend, as both Curtis Briggs and Jacob Snellenberg in fine form right now. Guido's shot from 45 was blocked. DeBolt puts on the brakes after fielding the rebound. This comes high to Guido. Across the line, Sidoriak. Tracy opens fire at the dot near side, but that shot was blocked by Bell. Follow-up from Sidoriak was wide off the backboards. Here's Guido again trying to go top corner. He found the netting, but it was the netting above the net, not the net itself, with 2:10 to go in the opening period. 55 seconds to go on this Carl Dubé power play. Hens looking to claim the lead for the first time tonight, as now the big guns come back on. Mahoney in for the draw for Delaware. Donor, Rodriguez, Guelph, and Meckel complete the quintet. A breakaway to McKinnon. Snellenberg came up with the save. 38 seconds to go on the man advantage for the Blue Hens after Snellenberg recorded his 6th save of the game. Mahoney behind the net to Donor. Through traffic, his shot was wide. Guelph sets up Donor again to Mahoney. Good, crisp passing, trying to draw Briggs out of position, but there's a lot of traffic in front. Now 10 seconds on the power play. Guelph's shot was blocked off the Donor setup. McKinnon recovers and clears. Rams are back to full strength. 70 seconds to go in the opening frame of a 1-1 game. Hens failed to clear. Holding the line was Canizet. We've reached the final minute of play in the opening period with Eric Mark from deep in his own zone, carrying the puck all the way up ice, centering pass to Infanger. He couldn't connect in close. And here, a stoppage as Curtis Briggs sprawls on the loose puck to force play to grind to a halt with 49 seconds to go in the first. No shortage of action in this first period. Infanger and Riccitelli take the draw to the right of Curtis Briggs. Szabo up the left wing boards, gains the Delaware line. He circles behind the net after being angled to the corner by Mark. Crane just inside the line, threw the puck into traffic. Engelson couldn't do anything with it. Heitzhaus has space. Heitzhaus 2-on-3. He gains center. He caroms the puck in. Fresh legs on for Delaware. Heitzhaus and Ruel are off. Gould coming back on along with the DeBolt line. Puck bobbled at center by Engelson. We're down to the final 12 seconds of the opening period. Shaw with a shot from the outside of the near circle. Waffle boarded away by Snellenberg. That will likely do it for the first period as Gould clears 2-1. First period's in the books from Fred Rust Arena. Through 20 minutes, the score, Delaware Blue Hens 1, Rhode Island Rams 1. We'll be back on the Delaware Hockey Network after the first intermission.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
Recovery from an on-the-job injury or car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Long and Greenberg can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Long and Greenberg at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
Elegant. Luxurious. One of a kind. Since 1895, the Dubé name has embodied these very qualities. Make the four-generation Dubé family tradition of fine custom jewelry your own, only at Carl Dubé Jewelers on Concord Pike in Wilmington. In Delaware for diamonds, it's Dubé.
Recovery from an on-the-job injury or car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Long and Greenberg can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Long and Greenberg at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit
It's time for the second period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Thank you, Norm Borg. Welcome back into the Delaware Hockey Network. 20 minutes in the books. A couple rapid-fire goals getting this game going between the Rhode Island Rams and the Delaware Blue Hens. We'll give you a look at them right now before we head back in for the second period. First goal off a fast break for Rhode Island. Give and go to Jake McKinnon from Zachary Bell as he scored his 9th of the season just 42 seconds in. Not to be outdone, though. The Hens with a dirty net front goal. Ryan Rodriguez finishing off a Dominic Guido centering pass to beat Briggs. 3:38 into the game. And we await the centers for the second period here at Fred Rust Arena as the lights are about to come back on. Jacob Snellenberg with 7 saves on 8 shots in that first period. Curtis Briggs, we expected to see big numbers from him, and he didn't disappoint. 12 saves on 13 shots through the first 20 minutes. And as solid as Briggs is, especially on opening shots, Delaware is going to have to crash the net in these next 40 minutes and try to find some dirty goals off rebound opportunities, off centering passes. They're going to have to make Briggs work. False start off the draw. Jake McKinnon and Dominic Guido. Now to start the second period, they're off. Hens, who were not particularly good in the face-off circle in the first period, only winning 40%, win the opening draw for the second. Guido lost his footing up the right wing boards. He tried to set up Diaz in close, that puck taken away. Now controlled by Tim Crane, older brother of Delaware Men's Division II captain Matt Crane, it's worth noting. And just 31 seconds into the second, the Rams have gained themselves an attacking zone faceoff. Mahoney trying to protect for Delaware, and he steers the puck into the near corner away from the reach of Cordero. Straubinger plays this to Mahoney up the right wing boards. He was slowed up at center by Dimitri Forend. Cordero, he's everywhere for Rhode Island to the far corner. He recovered the puck, working it below the goal to Drowan, but Drowan, swarmed by the other 22, Ryan Rodriguez, was stripped of the puck. So Rodriguez leaves this to Guelph. His shot off the pads of Briggs. Nobody home for the rebound chance. That's what Delaware needs to do here in the second period. Crash the net. Box out for those net front rebounds because that's where the majority of their chances are going to take place. Guelph couldn't connect off a cross-slot feed. Rodriguez's follow-up shot was blocked. Here's Straubinger from distance. That one blocked in traffic. It bounces high, comes down to Daniel Berg, the Angelino, working in the near corner. The near point, I should say. Mahoney, net front feed, didn't make it to Guelph. Mahoney stripped of the puck as it came back to him far side, but unable to work free of the zone was Kevin Canizet. Cordero in front of the Delaware bench lets one go. And this will come back and icing. A minute and 44 seconds have elapsed in second period play. Face-off will come to the left of Curtis Briggs, who stopped 12 of 13 in the opening period. Tommy Tracy in for this attacking zone draw across from Cordero, of course in the NCAA rulebook, to which the ACHA adheres. The team guilty of icing the puck cannot change personnel in the stoppage. We do a lot of rulebook juggling here on the Delaware Hockey Network between NCAA, AAU, USA Hockey, occasionally some other action. So we do our best to keep you straight on the rules, especially the rule differences as they pertain to the different associations under which the teams we see play. Another Rhode Island penalty coming up as Briggs comes up with another stop, this one denying Riley Donor from distance. Third Rams penalty, this one going against Drowan for roughing. 2:20 into the second period. First Carl Dubé power play of the middle frame for the Blue Hens. Go on the advantage with Carl Dubé Jewelers on Concord Pike in Wilmington when looking for the perfect something special for your someone special in Delaware for diamonds. It's Dubé. Rhode Island penalty assessed to number 22, Jack Drowan. 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalty, 2 minutes, 20 seconds in the second period. Drowan 2 for roughing at 2:20. There it is in the top left corner of your TV as we unveil a new score bug here on the Delaware Hockey Network on the 4-1-2. This shot from Tracy steered into the netting and out of play. Rams clear off the draw. Donor hustles back. Feeds to Guelph on the right wing. Just above the blue line. Guelph caroms the puck in deep. It rolls to Rodriguez. Now at the near half wall. He bobbled the puck briefly. Donor holds the point. Donor tries to line one up from distance. Briggs got that one. And it was cleared out by Tim Crane in front before Meckel could generate the secondary opportunity. 3.5 minutes into the second period. Guelph set up Donor center point, but the puck bounced off his stick. Tatro chased it down at the near wall, and he cleared 2/3 the length of the ice. Snellenberg steadies, and the Rams change with 33 seconds to go on the roughing minor to Jack Drowan. Here's Mahoney, trying to split the wickets with a shot, but it's sticked up into the netting and out of play with just under 4 minutes gone in the second. Energetic crowd tonight at Fred Rust Arena. Getting into things at the stoppages as the Drowan penalty works through its final seconds. DeBolt to Tracy walking the goal line in. Guido was surrounded by light blue sweaters. He couldn't get the shot away in close, and that will do it for the third Rhode Island penalty. DeBolt taken down, trying to split Lacazzi and McKinnon for a better lane in the slot. This is cleared by Bell. Glove down at the Delaware line by Heitzhaus. Gould clears. This is offside. Some jawing after the whistle between Guido and Cordero and a few others. This pass originated behind the Delaware blue line, so the face-off will take place all the way in the Blue Hen zone to the left of Jacob Snellenberg. Unlucky break for the Blue Hens with 4 minutes 47 seconds elapsed in the second period of a 1-1 hockey game from Fred Rust Arena. Fourth line on for the Blue Hens. Ruel could not work past Drowan right in front of the 4-1-2 communications press box. Straubinger tries to let one go up ice, but it was blocked at the Delaware blue line. Regaining was Ruel. Heightshouse shot. Briggs had the last word. Infanger protects the zone. Off Curtis Briggs' 19th save of the evening. Canizet leads an odd man counterattack for Rhode Island. He dumps the puck behind the net. It's chased to the near corner. Tetreault gets a stick on the puck to Cordero, but it's taken away by Berg below the goal. Doshin chips it off the far dashers, ahead toward Infanger, but the puck is taken away by the back-checking Matt Tetreault. Drouin near side, put on the brakes before Doshin stepped up to engage him. Meckel far side off the wall to Luke Doshin. He rolls the puck along the kick plate toward Tracy. This comes high to Donor, off the stick of Luke Doshin, the Coloradan. Centered toward Meckel in the high slot, about belt high, he couldn't control it. Tracy wound up, puck came back to him off that blocked shot. 9th block for Rhode Island so far. A lot of blocked shots, and of course Curtis Briggs doing more than his fair share of the heavy lifting. He stopped 19 of 20 to this point. Desperation slap shot from Canizet goes out of play with 13:21 to go in the second period of this 1-1 game. Mahoney met by Zach Riccitelli in the far circle of the Delaware end. And the Hens clear off this draw. Engelson recovers at center for the Rams. Flips the puck off the backboard. Sidoriak won the race to it over Corey Szabo to try to keep some heat out of an intensifyingly hot kitchen. Those efforts all for naught, though, as this will come back an icing against the Blue Hens 7 minutes into the second period. Friends, if you're like me, healthy living is important, and Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help you and your family stay healthy at home with periodic sanitization and disinfecting of your trash and recycling bins. Schedule your first cleaning today at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. 7 gone in the second of a 1-1 game. This puck goes into the webbing off the Alex Cudd stick, bringing us a stoppage in play. Face-off will be just above the Delaware line. Guido and Godfrey taking the draw. Rhode Island gains control inside their zone. Judge up the right wing boards to Cudd. He leaves it for Judge, gaining center, throwing the puck in from distance. Snellenberg was forced to make a play on it, but that was more a throw-in than anything. So Snellenberg remains 7 for 8 in the save department. This is Dominic Guido up the right wing boards. He puts on the brakes in the far corner, confronted by Lacazzi. Mark around the horn to Gould. He tries to find DeBolt in the near corner, reaching in to disrupt that pass was Godfrey, regaining control for Rhode Island. Unable to clear far side was Ronan Judge, and this will be whistled offside as Mark lost the zone right in front of his bench. At the 8:03 mark of the second period, it is a 1-1 game from Fred Rust Arena. Scheduling note, we will do it all again tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 1:30 Pacific for our friends on the West Coast. As what was originally the first half of this weekend series has been moved to tomorrow, game time 4:30 at Gold Arena. This is an icing against the Rams. Face-off will come to the right of Curtis Briggs. We knew he'd be good. We didn't know he'd be 95% good. Fourth line in for the Blue Hens, Alex Infanger with Heitzhaus and Ruel, Straubinger and Berg holding down the defensive Jake McKinnon, starting center for Rhode Island. Forced to stay on for the draw. Now the puck is down. Scrum over the dot. Heitzhaus opens fire from distance. That one steered just wide. Jack Drowan had space up the middle. The drop pass from McKinnon just held in by Mulhern right at the line. Long shot from Forend. Batted away by Snellenberg, but the rebound was good. So 8:43 into the second period. The Rams reclaim the lead. We'll see it again on the Delaware Sports Medicine Instant Replay. Bell off the rebound. Gives the Rams their second. And he gets his 12th of the year. Doshin leads the counterattack. He draws the penalty from Tetreault. And for the fourth time tonight, the Blue Hens are going to go to the Carl Dubé power play. Right there it is. As with 9:02 elapsed in the second period, a fourth Rhode Island penalty sends the Blue Hens back to the Carl Dubé power play. Carl Dubé Jewelers on Concord Pike in Wilmington, in Delaware for Diamonds. It's Dubé. The Rhode Island goal was the 12th of the season. More to come after we see the equalizer from the Blue Hens. Power play goal, looked like Rodriguez did it again. Indeed he did. We've got a lot to get through here to bring you up to speed on everything that happened in the last 39 seconds. The Rhode Island goal was the 12th of the season for number 4 Zachary Bell, assisted by number 20 Dimitri Forend and number 11 Shane Mulhern. Time of the goal, 8 minutes 43 seconds in the second period. Bell's 12th from Forend and Mulhern at 8:43. Rhode Island penalty was assessed to number 15 Matt Tetreault, 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 9 minutes and 2 seconds in the second period. Tetreault 2 for tripping at 9:02. Oh, Delaware goal! His 8th of the season and 2nd of the game. Scored by number 22, Ryan Rodriguez. Assisted by number 21, Justin Guelph. And number 18, Riley Donor. Time of the power play goal, 9 minutes 22 seconds in the second period. Rodriguez's 8th, second of the game. From Guelph and Donor at 9:22, a power play goal. So a flurry of activity brings us to the halfway stage and then some of this game. We're now 2-2. As Zachary Bell gets the lead back for Rhode Island, but that lead short-lived, all of 39 seconds. As Rodriguez answers the call again for the Blue Hens. Off a Justin Guelph assist on the Carl Dubé power play. Berg from center point, trying to keep the Hens' momentum going. Stick handles through traffic. He got a shot through. Briggs with the last word there. His 21st save. Donor below the goal. Confronted by Judge. Straubinger to Berg, who releases from the right point in traffic. Briggs with another save. And this puck goes out with 8:08 to go in the second period. Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. So how do you get your voice above the fray? 412 Communications has myriad solutions to build bridges between your brand and its clientele. Broadcast to social, print to digital, the 412 team will put their 40-plus years of experience to work for you. East Coast, West Coast, and everywhere in between, including Chicago, Illinois. Let's talk about how to get you noticed. 412communications.com. The centering pass from McKinnon was blocked as the Hens clogged up the slot. Here a long shot from Dimitri Forend is caught and held by Snellenberg for a pause in play with 7:42 to go in second period action. McKinnon and Mahoney will contest the draw to the right of Snellenberg as play restarts. This is lofted by Donor, beyond the reach of the pursuing tandem of Rodriguez and Guelph. Back it comes to Donor, same idea, lofting the puck up ice. Guelph and Rodriguez again. Headman pass, shot, score! The storm strikes. Justin Guelph has made this a 3-2 game. Advantage Blue Hens. And it starts here. With Riley Donor chipping the puck ahead to Rodriguez, and Justin Guelph finishes to give the Blue Hens their first lead of the game with 7:22 to go in the second period. Two Delaware goals in 3 minutes and 16 seconds, and they swarm Briggs again. This puck is steered back to center, floated in by Mark. Rodriguez tags up, but the delayed offside gave Shaw time to control the puck behind his own goal. Valente lets this go to Tetreault up the right wing boards. Here's a 2-on-2. Toe drag from Ethan Cordero, keeping the attack alive for the Rams. They lost control of the puck in the near corner. Thrown in by Valente, blocked down by Rodriguez. He and Guelph again. Guelph shot, didn't make it to Briggs. It was turned to the near corner where Mahoney gains control. A Delaware goal! His 10th of the season Scored by number 21, Justin Guelph. Assisted by number 22, Ryan Rodriguez. And number 18, Riley Donor. Time of the goal, 12 minutes, 38 seconds in the second period. Guelph's 10th from Rodriguez and Donor at 12:38. Guelph was all alone in front of the Rhode Island cage. Net front territory key if Delaware wants to beat Briggs, and they're going to have to keep doing it. With a netminder as solid as Curtis Briggs on primary shots, and we've had the pleasure or displeasure, however you want to frame it, of seeing him in action for a good few years now. We've got a large body of work. Just like that. To prove how solid Briggsy is. Flashing the leather like it's nothing to keep this a 3-2 game. With Briggs's ability on primary shots and a strong Rhode Island defensive core, the Hens are going to have to capitalize on ugly goals. And Snellenberg stood his ground here, denying cut. And he did it again! Let's watch again on the Delaware Sports Medicine Instant Replay as Jacob Snellenberg answers with a couple highlight reel-worthy saves of his own. Denying cut initially and then coming back. With a glove save just maybe a second and a half after losing his paddle. .440 to go in the second period. 2-on-1 for Rhode Island. Crashing the net was McKinnon, but he couldn't get the shot away at the top of the crease. Crane throws the puck off the corner board's far side. Stepping up, Doshin couldn't push it out of the zone. Donor leaves this to Sidoriak. He passes up the right wing boards to the Coloradan Luke Doshin, who pulls back inside his own line to gain some more space. Sidoriak found Tracy off the diagonal breakout pass. Tracy, who had gained red, dumped the puck the rest of the way in behind the Rhode Island goal for a partial changing of the guard. The deep pair, fresh on their Golden Keller. Jack Keller keeps Mulhern to the far wall. Pass back to Crane. He lets one go from the right point. Snellenberg with the save. Face-off coming to Snellenberg's left. He's 13 for 15 in the save department with 3:52 to go in the second period. Delaware with their first lead of the game. They're up 3-2 over Rhode Island. Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior like me, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. And with years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes alike, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is not only the qualified choice, but the convenient choice when it comes to a sports medicine specialist. DESportsmed.com to learn more. Jack Keller back in the lineup. Skitters to Red, throws the puck in. This is frozen by Briggs for the Pods. Face-off comes to Curtis Briggs' left with 3 minutes and 29 seconds to go in the second period. Blue Hens 3, Rams 2 from Fred Rust Arena. False start off the draw, says Steve Cannon. The second goes back on the clock. Riccitelli was not set. He wasn't set that time either, but the draw was even, so play continues on. Drowan advances the puck to Szabo. Szabo slowed up by Straubinger at the near dot after trying to cut through the slot but being kept high. Forend caroms the puck behind the net. Riccitelli couldn't find Szabo cleanly on the doorstep. Berg bothered him and steered play behind the net. Riccitelli looking for space, none to be had. Straubinger holding close to home. Taking away the centering pass opportunity for Szabo. Emerging with the puck was Mahoney. Rodriguez to Guelph. Drop pass Rodriguez. Fast break 2-on-2, but the give and go didn't connect. Donor holds the right point after Guelph tipped the puck to him. Mahoney back to Donor. 2.5 to go in the second period. Donor's shot was stick checked into the back glass. Trying to wrap around off the rebound was Tanner Mahoney. He couldn't get it past Briggs, and neither could Ryan Rodriguez in close. Here it comes again on the Delaware Sports Medicine Instant Replay. Puck tied up as Briggs seals off the corner of the cage. And with 2 minutes and 23 seconds to go in the second period, the Hens squander an attacking zone draw. Face-off comes just above the Rhode Island blue line after the Hens played the puck over the near glass. So Sidoriak pulls up in his own end with Mulhern offering the forechecking heat. Donor finds Guido on the breakout. Guido steered by Crane below the goal. Takes a check in motion but stays with the puck. He couldn't cleanly set up Donor at the left dot. Donor looking for space, was pushed high by Bell. He got a shot through, but it was blocked in net front traffic, and this puck was subsequently cleared out of harm's way by McKinnon. Here comes Bell. He looked shot at the right dot, deked past Donor. A toe drag gave him a clear lane, but he bobbled the shot. Snellenberg stayed with him for save number 14. Diaz leaves this once again to Riley Donor, who's got some space in his own zone before hitting Chance DeBolt with the breakout pass. DeBolt, the recipient of a give and go from Tracy net front. Couldn't get stick on puck in close. Fast break the other way, Canizet. Net front setup. The last word again to Jacob Snellenberg off the Cordero shot with 1 minute and 8 seconds to go in the second period. Delaware holding firm to that 3-2 lead over Rhode Island. 15 saves so far tonight for Jacob Snellenberg, 24 for his counterpart 178 feet away in Curtis Briggs. Cordero in for the attacking zone draw. Puck ends up in the near corner as we reach the final minute of the second period from Fred Rust Arena. Ronan Judge was driven back into neutral ice to play the puck deep. Rams pull back with a delayed offside. Keller off the setup from Gould. Threw the puck from his blue line through traffic in behind the Rhode Island goal. No icing here, as that puck was definitely playable by a host of Rams on its way through. Meckel stands up Lacazzi in the far corner. And a few words exchanged as play is whistled dead. Interference signaled by Rob Savastano, and this will probably go against the Blue Hens. Meckel jostling for position in that race to the puck. Crossed the line and he heads off. So first Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill of the night is coming up. Schedule your first cleaning today at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. Infanger, Straubinger, Heitzhaus and Gould, the 4-on for the Hens. Delaware penalty was assessed to number 11, Pat Meckel, 2 minutes for interference. Time of the penalty, 19 minutes 33 seconds in the second period. Meckel 2 for interference at 19:33. Last-ditch effort from the Rams. Delaware saved by the bell. The score through 2 periods. Delaware Blue Hens 3, Rhode Island Rams 2. We'll be back after the second intermission on the DHN.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
Elegant. Luxurious. One of a kind. Since 1895, the Dubé name has embodied these very qualities. Make the 4-generation Dubé family tradition of fine custom jewelry your own, only at Carl Dubé Jewelers on Concord Pike in Wilmington. In Delaware for diamonds, it's Dubé.
Recovery from an on-the-job injury or car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Long and Greenberg can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Long and Greenberg at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
Recovery from an on-the-job injury or car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Long and Greenberg can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Long and Greenberg at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
It's time for the third period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Welcome back inside Fred Rust Arena. Welcome back to the Delaware Hockey Network on the 412, presented by the Law Office of Long and Greenberg. Blue Hens return from the dressing room with a 3-2 lead through 40 minutes of action. And it was a pair of goals from the Hens' top line. Ryan Rodriguez potting one on the doorstep on the Carl Dubé power play. 9:22 in the second period. And here the Storm strikes for the go-ahead goal. Justin Guelph off a setup from Rodriguez, going top shelf on Curtis Briggs. Giving the Hens a 3-2 lead. Through two periods, and Jacob Snellenberg, as we saw in that last highlight from the second, doing his fair share of the heavy lifting too. He saved 8 of the 9 shots he faced in the second. Delaware on the Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill for another 67 seconds as the third period just began from Fred Rust Arena. Delaware moving from left to right in their home white sweaters here in the third period. Rhode Island moving right to left in their away twin blues. Meckel was off for interference with 27 seconds to go in the second period. He's got 40 seconds left on this penalty. Is holding his bell in front of the Delaware bench. Across the line from Shaw to Mulhern. Back it goes to Bell. Stepping up to the dot, shot through traffic. Snellenberg with the save. Unable to clear was Heightshouse. One-timer from Jonathan Shaw was blocked off a skate and high. Shaw again throws this toward the cage. McKinnon working the corner. Bell throws the puck through the slot. It bounces to Shane Mulhern at the near half wall. Heightshouse tried to take away the passing lane. Winding up and trying to shoot was Bell, but the puck was intercepted as soon as he released. Hens clear. We're a minute and a half into the third period, and the Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill was a successful one for the Blue Hens. Cordero flips the puck high into the far corner. Keller couldn't get there in time. Matt Tetreault tried to circle behind the cage, but Mahoney took it away from him. Guelph failed to clear. This slapped back in. Recovered by Gould behind his own net. Hens need to slow down and try to control the pace a little bit here to start the third period. Feels like they're trying to do too much too quick. Mahoney's shot was wide after setting up a 2-on-2. Good news in the second period. Tanner Mahoney 8 for 10 in the faceoff circle. 4 of Delaware's 5 centers to line up for draws in the second period. Struck at over 50%. Here's Snellenberg freezes, and we've got a pause with 17 minutes and 40 seconds to go, and the Delaware Blue Hens with a tenuous 3-2 lead over Rhode Island. Hens were swept on the road at Brad Boss Arena in November by the Rhode Island Rams. Since then, 5-0-1. In the same time period, the Rams 6-4-1, splitting at RMU. Losing 2 versus Westchester and then sweeping Syracuse in their last 6 games. It's worth noting, too, that the Rhode Island Rams spent the first couple months of the season vagabonds in the Ocean State as ice issues at Brad Boss Arena forced their September and October home games to be played at neutral sites. 3 minutes into the third. Diaz and Lacazzi tied up in the near corner. Coming away with the puck was DeBolt trying to set up Diaz on the doorstep. Briggs sprawls for the save. Coming to his aid was Corey Szabo, but he couldn't get out of the zone. Szabo dodges a check but gives the puck away to DeBolt. He opens fire from high in the zone. Curtis Briggs with another save with 16:39 to go in regulation. His Rhode Island Rams trailing Delaware 3-2. Curtis Briggs has made things mighty difficult for Delaware. We knew that was going to be the case. Todd Middlemeyer's Blue Hens playing a numbers game here, just trying to keep getting pucks on net and generating secondary chances. If there were such a thing as National League hockey, and if you're a baseball fan, you know where I'm going with this. You understand. The pretty shot's not going to do it. You have to manufacture chances against a goalie that solid. Tracy and Doshin 2-on-2. Headman to Doshin was blocked. It's held in by Eric Mark. Mark threw the puck in toward the cage. It bounced off the frame of the goal. Now walked by Cudd over the center line, but he's outmanned. He threw the puck off the back glass. It bounces toward the cage, where Snellenberg covers for a pause with 15:45 to go in regulation, and Delaware up 3-2 over the Rams of Rhode Island. Our videographer tonight is Zach Chiarlo. Always good to have Zach stepping in here on the 412 team. Our associate executive producer is Molly Jo Rosen. Our assistant producer is Broadway Joe Sindoni. A tip of the hat to the whole crew, including Evie Hill, Sydney Butler, Josie Bellett, Trey Wright, whom we'll have with us again tomorrow. Guelph tried to feed to Will Gould high in the zone, but that pass was blocked by Zachary Bell. Losing his footing, Drowan turned the puck over. The shot from Guelph caught and held by Curtis Briggs. The 5-minute mark in the third period. Delaware with a 3-2 lead, but they're forced to regroup in neutral ice after losing the attacking zone draw. Keller up to center, flips the puck in. Rodriguez lost his stick. Mulhern clears. Gould couldn't bring the puck down at center. McKinnon threw it in from the red line, paddled out of harm's way by Snellenberg as Bell pursued for the Rams. Here comes Infanger the other way off the Gould outlet pass. He gains center before dumping the puck into the near corner. The Québécois Louis-Mathieu Ruel at the center of a two-a-side battle. Ronan Judge trying to tie up the puck in the near corner for the Rams. Staying with it was Infanger, but ultimately he's overpowered. Here's Ethan Cordero bulldozing up the left wing boards before Ivan Sidoriak stands him up at the Delaware blue line and stunts that Rhode Island counterattack just shy of 6 minutes into the third. Heitzhaus turns up the forechecking heat. Lacazzi lets this go up the far wall to Tetreault. 3-on-3. Tetreault got a shot through. Snellenberg with the stick save. Hens could not control the rebound. Judge's follow-up chance from distance. Paddled aside by Snellenberg as well. A third Snellenberg save, this time denying Kevin Canizet. And we've got a pause with 13:48 to go in regulation. The Dubé name is a family tradition in Delaware dating to 1895. 4 generations of fine custom jewelry in the first state under the Dubé name. Carl Dubé Jewelers on Concord Pike in Wilmington also offers appraisal, design, resizing, and repair services. Find the perfect something special for your someone special with the help of Carl Dubé Jewelers on Concord Pike in Wilmington. In Delaware, for diamonds, it's Dubé. Straubinger and Berg back behind the Delaware goal with a whole zone of space to work with before Engelson turned on the heat at the Delaware blue line. Bursting through was Berg, but he couldn't center to Diaz. 2-on-2 the other way. Szabo slowed up at the line. Guido could not extract the puck. Lots of time and space for Engelson. but he flubbed the centering pass in the high slot, and this goes all the way back into Ram territory with 7 minutes elapsed in the third period. Blue Hens 3, Rams 2 from Fred Rust Arena. Forent finds Szabo on the breakout pass up the far wall. Drop pass to Riccitelli at the top of the right circle. Snellenberg with plenty of traffic in front of him. Kept his eye on the play. Moved to the near post. Gould with the takeaway. Setting up a Guido shot which was blocked from distance. Meckel picks up a loose puck after it was bobbled by Drowan, but couldn't get it on net from 20 feet away. Mark faked the slapper. Gould steps up hard, wrister from the top of the right circle. Steered by Briggs into the back glass out of harm's way. 12:20 to go. Puck is loose in front. Doshin bodied in open ice by Forent at the top of the crease. Couldn't get a shot away. Here's Mark wobbling a puck in close. Tracy was boxed out on the doorstep. Gould launches one from the right point, but it was just wide of the far post. Mark again. Confronted by Szabo in front of the Rhode Island bench. Dishes this to Doshin. He's taken off his feet in the far corner. Puck lay loose. It is corralled by Drowan. And now launched up the near side by Dennis Engelson. It wobbles over the Delaware blue line and will come back an icing with 11 minutes and 44 seconds to go. Whew. What a flurry of activity in the Rhode Island zone as the Blue Hens try to get an insurance goal, but up with every answer was Curtis Briggs. Face-off is coming to Briggs' right. Tanner Mahoney in for the draw for the Blue Hens. His line mates Ryan Rodriguez and Justin Guelph have accounted for 5 points between them. Pass to Guelph will come back offside. Face-off in front of the Delaware blue line after the offside pass. 11:31 to go. The Hens regain in their own end. Sidoriak to Guelph. The entry is good this time. Guelph pinched to the corner by Lacazzi. Leaves it to Sidoriak at the right point. Hens have shifted gears now into overdrive. They're playing a lot quicker. They're getting the passes connected that they need to. Curtis Briggs has just had the answers on the other end. Sidoriak drop past Ryan Rodriguez. Hits Briggs in the chest protector. The backhander on the doorstep from Sidoriak was steered wide. Guelph through traffic. Takes aim, pad saved by Briggs, directs the puck to the far corner again, where Tanner Mahoney protects for the Blue Hens. This shot from Riley Donor, gathered in again by Curtis Briggs, saves 29, 30, and 31. Keeping this a one-goal game. Heck of an effort from Curtis Briggs for Rhode Island. He's seen a lot of shots, and he's hitting well over 90% of them. Ten and a half minutes to go in the third period. The cross-ice pass from Mulhern off the setup from Bell was intercepted. Berg leaves this back to DeBolt. Straubinger saucers one out of his zone toward Diaz. Icing waved off. The race to the puck in the near corner ruled even by linesman Steve Cannon. So as we come to halfway in the third period, Delaware with a 3-2 lead find themselves back on the defensive as the Rams march up ice. Centering pass to Mulhern. Snellenberg crossed to the near post for the save. Diaz hacks the puck from his own line. 2/3 of the way up ice, and this will come back an icing with 9 minutes and 46 seconds to go in regulation. With a listen-first approach that creates a unique solution for you, the Law Office of Long & Greenberg are committed to providing empathetic and compassionate legal representation for individuals who have suffered injuries. To schedule your free consultation, call the Law Office of Long & Greenberg at 302-466-LONG. That's 5664, or visit injuryde.com. Nine and a half minutes remaining. Hens up 3-2 over the Rams. Strawbinger under two-ply forechecking pressure. Tetreault nearly forced the turnover. Canizet swarmed, seeing an opportunity that ultimately evaporated before his very eyes. Louis Ruel in the far corner, looking for space after the Hens gained the zone. Infanger couldn't set up Heightshouse with a centering pass. This comes back to center where Keller regains for the Blue Hens. Jack back in the lineup tonight after being out of action with an upper body injury for a couple weeks. Ruel in the far corner gets some help again from Infanger. Will Gould dodges a check, tried to center to Louis Ruel, but that pass didn't connect. Infanger checked off his feet by Cordero in the far corner. Loose puck is corralled by Forend. Here's a 2-on-3. Forend chips the puck into the Delaware zone. It is covered by Snellenberg, and we've got a pause with 8:25 to go. Face-off coming to the left of Jacob Snellenberg. He just recorded his 21st save of the night. Tommy Tracy in across from Riccitelli, who admittedly was not square for the draw. Riccitelli gets the puck back from his point man. Trying to take it away is Doshin high in the zone. Szabo tried to prolong the Rams' attack. This will be called offside. Sidoriak sees his advance called back as Meckel was ahead of the line. 8 minutes and 14 seconds to go here in regulation. Face-off coming right in front of the Rhode Island bench. Tracy and Riccitelli. Riccitelli gets warned this time. Puck is down now. Play resumes with Delaware winning the draw in front of the Rams bench. 8 minutes to go. Delaware 3, Rhode Island 2. Doshin takes a Riccitelli check in the far corner. Sidoriak holds the zone, gets a shot away off Briggs' pads. It comes back to center point. Sidoriak throws it in close again, but the second time, Lacazzi swats the puck out of harm's way. Meckel collapses in a heap at the far wall. Trying to bulldoze through is Doshin, but he gets held up by Riccitelli trying to make ground toward the cage. Lacazzi cleared only just offside against the Hens on the attempted re-entry with 7.5 to go. With Friday's game snowed out, the Blue Hens see what was supposed to be the first game of this weekend set pushed to tomorrow. Game time will be 4:30 Eastern here on the Delaware Hockey Network from Gold Arena. As always, get here if you can. Free admission for tomorrow's matinee game. We'll call it a twilight game, since it'll be evening by the time everything's said and done. 4:30 p.m. start time at Gold Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware. If you can't join us in person, the good news, it'll be here on the Delaware Hockey Network for all to see from anywhere in the world. 6:45 remaining. Delaware 3, Rhode Island 2. Shaw up the middle. His shot bothered by the skate of Will Gould. Mahoney races down the loose puck in front of his own bench. Rodriguez shovels it over the Rhode Island blue line. Hens trying to preserve their advantage. If they can find opportunities to pad it, they most certainly will make such an effort, but Curtis Briggs has been mighty stingy at the other end of the ice, saving 32 of the 35 shots he's faced. Diaz circles behind the net. He couldn't set up DeBolt in the low slot. Gould protects the zone for the Hens. Drop pass to the Ironman, Cody Diaz. And a hand pass is going to be called here against McKinnon. We'll see it again. McKinnon lost his footing. He shovels the puck forward with his hand. And gets rung up for a hand pass with 5 minutes and 55 seconds to go. In this hockey game. 5:45 to go now. Hens working their zone. Headman pass intercepted by Canizette. And up the left wing boards he comes. Centering feed bounced off Cordero's stick. Diaz and Gould swarmed on him to cause resistance. Guido angles past Cordero to try to rim the puck behind the net and out. This is ultimately cleared by Keller. Guido pursues. Forend could not clear. Diaz held the right point. Given away to Drowan behind the cage. He throws this up ice. This will come back in icing, as Sidoriak had to work to chase that down deep into the Delaware end. Face-off will be spotted by Steve Cannon to the right of Curtis Briggs, who stopped 32 of 35 Delaware shots on goal. Alex Infanger in across from Cordero. Ruel trying to protect the puck in the far corner off the draw. Cordero takes it away. Here is Snellenberg's save, gives us a pause. .446 to go. Another shot right off the face-off from Ronan Judge that Snellenberg got the better of. Lacazzi behind his own net. Feeds this up the right wing boards. Riccitelli stripped of the puck at center. Donor clears. This is swatted in. Play was offside at the time of the Judge shot, so no shot on goal. Donor had time and space to clear. Rams reset. Judge with the dump and change for the Rams brings us to the final 4 minutes of regulation. Puck into the rafters. Out of the Delaware zone. Gives us another pause. Both sides can change, says referee Rob Savastano. He and Joe Tagle, the men in the bands for this game. Working with linesman Patrick Schubert and Steve Cannon. Face-off comes to the right of Jacob Snellenberg, who stopped 26 of 28, nearly 27 of 29, but the shot from Bell was blocked. Here comes Doshin the other way. Drop pass, Meckel, shot was wide and out of play. 3:45 to go. Face-off to Briggs' right. Tracy and across from Bell. Doshin and Meckel working alongside Tommy Tracy, who last year played for Team Maryland in the Eastern Hockey League. Big pickup for Delaware this year, the freshman with 6 goals and 7 assists. Contributing as a solid middle 6 forward for Todd Mittelmeyer's Blue Hens. Mittelmeyer with 82 wins so far behind the Delaware bench in his tenure with this team. Doshin winds up, another Briggs save. Final 3 minutes. 3-2 this Delaware lead. Mulhern's on his horse, but Keller caught up to him to clog up the near side of neutral ice. Headman pass made it to Cordero, but Mahoney took the puck away from him. In comes Mahoney, trying to protect as he and Guelph were outnumbered upon gaining the Rhode Island line. 2:35 to go. Rodriguez to the far corner, and Guelph. He leaves this to Jack Keller at the right point. Puck thrown through traffic. It was wide of the far post. Steered by Briggs to the far corner where Gould recovered for the Blue Hens, but he gives it away to Captain Jonathan Shaw. Shaw leaves this to Judge behind the net. Advanced up the far boards. Gould holds the blue line, but pushing past him was Tetreault to drive the puck in behind the Delaware goal. Snellenberg gets back into position. Stepping up to the near corner was McKinnon. He couldn't set up a shot from Canizet at the top of the near circle. The one-timer sailed wide. Final 2 minutes upon us from Fred Rust Arena. Here comes Guelph up the right dots. Looking for the shot. He's pinched by Judge to the half wall. He tried to set up Guido at the point, but Guido wasn't there. Hens trying to regroup. Final 100. Puck battle in front of the Rhode Island bench. Rams in desperation trying to get one back to force this game into extra time. Sidoriak puts on the brakes in the near corner. We've got an eye on Briggs. Wondering when he's going to make the break for the bench. Now's the time. 75 seconds to go. The Rhode Island net is empty. And an icing with 69 seconds remaining. Will set up a 6-on-5 attack for the Rhode Island Rams to try to even the score. Ivan Sidoriak asking for clarification on the icing ruling. And now it appears as though Rhode Island's going to take their time out, or Delaware is, to get some fresh legs on, one or the other. So with 1 minute and 9 to go, Joe Augustine rallies the troops. So does Todd Mittelmeyer to draw up this last-minute play in the sand. The Delaware Hockey Network brought to you by the Law Office of Long and Greenberg. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky. 412 Communications. Delaware Sports Medicine. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning. Carl Dubé Jewelers. And a nod to the Hooper family for their support as well. Sponsorship opportunities are available. To learn more, email MJR at 412communications.com. Final countdown indeed. 69 seconds to go. Jake McKinnon in across from Tommy Tracy. For the face-off to the right of Jacob Snellenberg, who has stopped 27 of 29 shots. Hens clear off the draw. We're down now to the final minute.
from Fred Rust Arena. No icing. Diving for the line was Tracy to keep that race even. Here's Tetreault. Slowed up at the far half wall by Meckel. Delayed offside against Rhode Island. Gave Donor a chance at the empty net. No icing. Doshin takes a hit in the near corner. Emerging with the puck is Shane Mulhern. 30 seconds to go. Fagan. Drop pass. McKinnon. Snellenberg flashes the leather again. 25-9 to go. Snelly slams the door again. And now Rhode Island takes their timeout. Timeout, Rhode Island. We will do it all again tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. as the Delaware Blue Hens and the Rhode Island Rams conclude their 4-game season series with a twilight tilt at Gold Arena. Airtime 4:15 here on the Delaware Hockey Network for a 4:30 puck drop in the original home of University of Delaware Blue Hens hockey. 25.9 seconds to go. The face-off will take place right there, where you see it on your TV to the right of Jacob Snellenberg. McKinnon, Mulhern, Shaw, Fagan, Tetreault, and holding high in the zone, Bell. Hens clear off the faceoff. Shaw leaves this to Tetreault, who steps in over the Delaware line. Drop pass to Bell. Snellenberg screened net front by Fagan. Rodriguez confronting Bell. Shot was steered high. It rolled over the crossbar. Final 3 seconds. This is cleared, and that will do it. The Delaware Blue Hens have defeated the Rhode Island Rams by a score of 3-2. Tonight's final score, your Delaware Blue Hens 3, Rhode Island Rams 2. Final shots on goal. Delaware 36, Rhode Island 30. A heck of a game for Jacob Snellenberg. Who shows up with 28 saves, backstopping the Blue Hens to their 11th win of the season. And for Snelly, that is his 8th on the year. Fans, it's time for the Sid's Barbecue and Jerky 3 stars of the game. Tonight's 3rd star with 28 saves for Delaware, number 35, Jacob Snellenberg. Tonight's 2nd star with a goal and an assist for Delaware, number 21, Justin Guelph. And the number 1 star of the game with 2 goals and an assist for your Delaware Blue Hens, number 22, Ryan Rodriguez. The Hens and Rams meet again tomorrow. Game time, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Airtime on the Delaware Hockey Network will be 4:15. So that will do it for us here on the Delaware Hockey Network this evening, as again the final score. Delaware Blue Hens 3, Rhode Island Rams 2. Hens improved to 11-6-2 with their 6th win
in the last 7 games on their slate. Heck of a performance from Jacob Snellenberg in net for the Blue Hens as he claims his 8th win of the year. Gotta hand it to Curtis Briggs, though. Solid effort from him in defeat, stopping 33 of 36 Delaware shots. So that, friends, will do it for us as we look back on the trio of Delaware goals. 2 from Ryan Rodriguez, 1 from Justin Guelph, which got them off the schneid against the Rams after dropping 2 at Boss Arena in November. Hens will look to complete a weekend sweep tomorrow. Airtime 4:15, game time 4:30 here on the Delaware Hockey Network. For the entire crew, this is James Witherite thanking you for your company, and we look forward to doing it all again tomorrow here on the DHN, brought to you by Long & Greenberg.